A Spokane man who claimed he was mugged in his wheelchair is now admitting he made up that attack. Kenneth Cook told police he was stabbed and robbed of his groceries near the intersection of Hamilton and Mission, but investigators say that never happened. It was a story we broke first on KXLY4 last night at 6. Tonight, KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey is live to explain how detectives knew Cook was not telling the truth.
And Robin, unfortunately, police become all too familiar with people who claim to be the victims of crime as their way of covering up something that they've done wrong. In this case, Cook told one lie to a friend, then had to keep on lying, even to generous strangers who are now offering him gifts.
Initially, Mr. Cook said that he'd been to the grocery store, was leaving in his wheelchair, and was attacked by 3 people that used a knife and cut his face and beat him up with a hammer.
Because patrol officers felt Cook had been the victim of an armed robbery, the case was forwarded to the police department's major crimes unit.
Investigators thought perhaps the muggers had selected Cook as a target while he was still inside the store, so detectives wanted to see if their suspects had walked in front of surveillance cameras. However, the check of the video showed no signs of the holdup men and no signs of Cook either.
And the problem was, when he got there, he never saw the victim on the video. And so he confronted the alleged victim with this information, and the alleged victim said he made it all up.
However, Cook never intended to involve police. He made up the mugging to explain injuries he got stabbing himself because he was depressed. When a friend spotted the wounds, he took Cook to the emergency room, and Cook's tale spun out of control.
And then it kind of snowballed on him. He had to go to the hospital. The cops showed up, and he was in a bind. And then he starts getting, gift cards from people.
One of those gifts was a $100 Safeway certificate from North Idaho radio station K102. Disc jockey Derek Walker says today his listeners weren't sorry they had tried to help a senior who seemed like he needed it.
Overwhelmingly, the listeners were very, very forgiving. I mean, they said he might have a mental illness. Let's wait and hear the rest of the story.
In fact, today, Mr. Cook's caregiver said he would be getting a mental health evaluation. Police figure that both false reporting and theft by deception laws have been broken here, but because they don't think Cook intended for this to be a money-making proposition, they are not recommending charges. Reporting to the newsroom, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.